Greetings, it's Ian from RTO, and welcome to Ladies' Day, which means it's the last Tuesday of the month. Now, while we're recording this one, our Rocky is being groomed. He's actually outside in a van, having nails clipped, hair clipped, so he's going to look a real posh boy. So, today's Ladies' Day takes us to South Africa and America. So the album ranking today is two sisters that I've actually seen. Myself and Nick from Nick's Vinyl Butty saw these in Northampton, and they are called the SoapGirls. Now they are South African, French born, raised in South Africa, sisters Naomi Debray and Camille Debray. Now Naomi is known as Me, and Camille is known as Millie. Me plays guitars and vocals, and Millie is the bass player. And Millie is the elder by 11 months. Don't know when they were born, but all I know is they used various drummers when they record, and they began as street performers at the ages of 8 and 9. Well, they started off as a pop band, and then they went into this punky sort of rebellious band, and they are terrific live. Yes, I've had to, the covers have had to been a little bit blurred because of, we can't have, you don't want to upset YouTube, so you haven't got the, where I think it's inappropriate, they have a thing, but they are quite like that. And yes, they do perform topless. But the thing is, you forget that they're topless because the music's so good. So they've put out 5 albums, 4 brilliant, 1 a stinker. So we're going to have a look at them today. So coming in at number 5 is their debut album from 2011, and it's called Xperience. The first track on here is called Lucky Tonight. The girls sound good, but it's poppy, dancey. Yeah. Yes, not what you expect. And they never do any tracks off this live. I wonder why. Then we have Sour. Just sounds like the previous track. No problem with the girls' vocals. It's just the rubbish they're singing to. Hurricane. It's just poppy. Boom Boom, the worst track on the album, probably one of the worst things they probably recorded. It's awful. Xperience, shocking. Oh dear, I'm so glad they changed direction. In My Arms, nice harmony singing, and that's all I can say about that one. Gold Digger, probably one of the better songs on the album. On My Lips, ooh dear. Casanova is a half-decent track. Take It Fast, oh, dilly. No. Puppet on a String, dear. Not a very good album. I can confirm when I spoke to Millie and I said I was going to rank their albums, and this is what they said, even the shitty first one, and I went, yep, even that one. But I did say to them, everyone has to start somewhere. So when even they know it's a bad album, that just says it all, doesn't it? So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 3 out of 10. Not for the music, but the singing. The singing is good. Very nice harmonies. It's just the backing track was a bit awful. Okay, coming in at number 4 is the second album from 2015, and it's called Calls for Rebellion. This is more like it. This is the good stuff. So, the first track is called Pretend Friend. There is a distinctive sound that these have got. Driving riffs and a distorted bass. Minnie's bass on this is great. The singing's great. It's a real good, raunchy, punky rocker. I love that. Then we have Welcome to the Neighborhood. It's a very simple drum but what makes it work is the guitar riff from my absolutely brilliant. I love this track. Very, very good. Voodoo Child comes next. This is quite new wave. It's got that distinctive bass line from Millie. The guitar's not too heavy, but it's gritty. It's really, really gritty. Hater, my favourite track on this one. I love the cat growl at the beginning. They have lots of swearing on this, but who cares? They're a rebellious band, and I've got no problem with it. It's an absolutely brilliant track. One of my favourites by the band. Then we have a track called Bloody. Now this is a track that it's got that distinctive bass for Millie. It's not just a bass line, it's a very intricate, and watching her play the bass is wonderful. The singing on it from the girls is brilliant. Nymph, some lovely harmony singing on this one with that real heavy guitar riff from my brilliant, absolutely great track. Hot, Hold On Tight. It's just simplicity. There's not too much distortion on this. It's just plug in and go. It's a great vocal. Love that track. Pretty good looking. That distorted guitar is just dynamite. I love it. A little bit of growl on there as well. Waiting in the Wings, another great bass line for Millie. Drives the song along. Whoever's doing the drumming on this is pretty good. Then we have Cigarettes and Medicine. Excellent track. Once again, the drumming on that is pretty cool. Great singing. Really strong track. Black Mass. Now, this, it's got a little bit of pop feel to it. Now, if you'd have taken some of them pop songs and added a bit more grunt to them, I think that'd be good. I do like this track. It's really good. House of Fun. All I'll say, don't put this track on when your granny's there. She may get offended, but I wasn't offended. I love it. My favourite track on here is a track called Snakes and Ladders. It's got such a groovy riff from mine. I love it. I think it's just a great track. Champagne Cocaine. This is heavy. That distinctive, heavy, gritty sound that they went on to continue with is brilliant. Ugly Underneath. Great track. Love the singing on this. Wonderful. Real. This has got a real dark, gritty bass line. It's just terrific. Great track. What a flip from being a pop band to this sort of post-punk sound. Gritty. I love this. It's got some great tracks on it. They do get better. They got better. This is, but I'm not saying this is bad. This is brilliant. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have the 4th album released in 2019, and it's a double album, and it's called Elephant in the Room. First track on here is a little number called One Way Street. Good track. Both girls sing on this. The bass line from Millie defines the track. Excellent. Bitter. I do love this track. The guitar solo from me on this is brilliant. One of her best ones. It's really good. White Flag. That combination of the both guitars. A good drum on this as well. Excellent little track. Chains. Again, the drummer, because it doesn't say who the drummer is on this. It's pretty solid. I do like this. Charlie Brown's next. It's a very punk song. You can't believe that these two and the drummer make so much noise. It's absolutely a killer track. Then we have Ex-Girlfriend. This is more post-punk, new wave sound. The bass line for Millie is terrific. Brilliant. Girl Next Door, one of my favourite tracks on this album. Pretty cool drumming again. Solid stuff. Full Down, that riff from me is brilliant. Love that track. I Stand Alone. Very rude words, but who cares? This is what it's all about. Good song. Then they do a French version of One Way Street. Well, they are French, so why not? It's quite good listening to them singing in French. Then we go on to the second disc. The first track is My Development featuring Red Valentino Debray, which I think is their it doesn't say too much. I don't know if he's a brother or cousin, but he's an actor. Pretty good track. He has his bit on it as well. Really good. Then we have Filthy Little Liar. Great bass line again, and the vocals sound great. The two of them sort of play off each other on that track. Really good. My favourite track on this album is Sugar Gets You High. What a catchy tune and riff. Gets your feet tapping. Brilliant track. And I like it because it's raw. Very raw as well. All these tracks are. Fade to Black, another of my favourites. The guitar riff is brilliant. I love it how it just keeps repeating itself all the way through the track, and it sort of keeps grabbing you in every time that riff comes back. Catch, Release, Kill, a great track. I think the vocals are very good on here. Both very good singers, very talented ladies. In the Name of God. Millie's bass line again, it just rattles through your head under the headphones. Drown, I love the riff, it's a screechy riff. It's really high, it's full of great stuff. Hate Breathes, proper heavy metal this is. It's just that real, very good. And then they do my favourite song on the Sugar Gets You High in French. Wonderful. Now this is one of those double albums that hasn't got a bad track on it. Doesn't happen very often. It's a very solid album, and I know Nick brought this at the gig, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 2 we have the third album, and it's from 2017, and it's called Society's Rejects. And I do know the drummer on this is called Ira Goggin. The first track is the title track, Society's Reject. What a punk song. It sounds like it's recorded in 1977. It's just brilliant. That bass is good. It's got all them elements of a good old-fashioned punk song. Talking of punk songs, the second track is called Johnny Rotten. A song about Johnny Rotten. One of my favourite tracks on the album. Great bass line. Terrific song. Water's Edge. I love the vocal on it. It's harsh. It's raw. And then you get this really strong raw riff on the guitar. Party in Hell. I think the drumming on this is superb. And the bass from Millie and the drummer really gel on this. It's just brilliant, and it sounds like the girls are just playing around with it. It's really fun. Air. There's a little bit of twiddly guitar for me on this, and then the heavy bit comes in. Brilliant. Step Outside, another great bass line for Millie. Really drives it along. When you watch her on stage, she's all over the place. Plays it behind her head and does the splits with it and all sorts. What a performance. Original Sin. I like this. The drum at the start is great. Then in comes the lead guitar. Very strong vocal. In comes the bass. Really opens it up. Then we have a track called Sam's on Crack. One of my favourite tracks on here. The drumming on this is fantastic. A brilliant vocal delivery. It's very heavy and it can be quite moving as well. I think there's a little bit of a story to that one. You Hate Losing. This is a different sort of track. It's got a little bit of pop element in there, but I like it because it is a little bit different, but it's still got that heaviness to it. Drag You Down to Hell. Once again, some brilliant drumming here. From I think his name was Araya or something. It's Araya. Great drumming. I really enjoy that track. Then we got my favourite track on here. It's called Play with Fire. It's a gritty bass line, and then the riff on top is really even heavier than the guitar riff. Brilliant. Break You, lots of, it's an aggressive punk song. Yeah, don't play this one with your granny around either. Bury Me, it's got that distinctive, what I call that distinctive SoapGirls sound, the distorted bass that drives the song with a nice riff, makes it a unique sound, and that was the last track. Another killer album, no bad tracks, no filler, just a brilliant album. I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 8.3. But my favourite and my number one album is actually their most current album. It came out in 2022 and it's called In My Skin. The first track on here is Breathe. It's 1970s punk done in 2022. Absolute killer opening track. It's in your face from the minute you start. There's three drummers on this. There's S. Odgun, S. Ritchie, and T. West. Yeah. Liar. This is as punky as you get, with some harmony singing. Absolutely brilliant. It's hard, it's raw, but beautiful singing. Demons, my second favourite track on here. I love the voice effects on this. It really works, and this is a very good track live. Wasted, there are so many good tracks on here, and here's one of them. Terrific bass line here for Millie. I love the distortion on this. In My Skin, my favourite track on the album, and probably my favourite track by them. The lyrics are all about being you. It was all explained in the thing, and this is the one where it was me. She says, "But I'm taking my top off. I don't care. We're all the same underneath." And there she was rocking away topless. But the thing is, you just didn't notice that she was topless because the music is brilliant. Absolutely great song. Breakdown. I love this. One thing I like about the SoapGirls, that the bass and guitar are so raw but so heavy at the same time. It's wonderful. Medicated Bubble Bath, very anti-establishment, very punk, excellent track. Heart in Bloom, fantastic song, one of my favourites. Love the riffs on here me. Sorry if you're watching this, I got your name wrong. But it's a great riff anyway. She Don't Wanna, a little bit of keyboard. Bit different, but it works. Broken Melody, a little bit Susie and the Banshees feel to this, I think. Especially that riff. Like that. Great vocal as well. Summer Rain, this is a really good track. It's very melodic, a bit slowed down, really interesting. But it's that bass line from Millie that sort of works. Psycho, whoever's drumming on this is brilliant, absolutely superb. The bass line dominates that one. I think Mai just puts that little bit of guitar over the top of it. Promise You, really good guitar for Mai. Very catchy riffs. Kill Breed, the last track on the album. I love the vocal on it. It's gritty, it's growly. What a track to end the album. Great album from top to bottom. These two sisters go from strength to strength on every album. I hope we get a new album. So if you are watching this, girls, new album, new tour, and we're back to see you. You've got to come back to Northampton. It's a great album, so I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 8.5. So there we go. A great albums. Really nice people. They have time for you. When I was talking to them, they seemed genuinely interested in talking to you, and you felt relaxed with them. They're down to earth, and they just love music. Okay. Up next is retro ranking, and we're going to a great American singer, made some great records, and that is, of course, the wonderful Sheryl Crow. So join me for that later. Bye for now.